you need to learn how to automate. Automation is vital in IT. So in this video, I'm gonna quickly talk you through the automation tool called Ansible. I'm Garrett, and this is TheFatRat. So we're gonna talk about Ansible. So Ansible is a tool for automation tasks for Linux-based servers or devices. Now, what is it? How can you use it? And more importantly, how can you save time? Because in the end, that is the most important thing about automation. Of course, there are more other benefits like consistency and things like that. But in the end, we automate to avoid wasting time and to ensure that we spend our time effectively and on things we like. Nobody likes repeating tasks that are mundane or constantly a drag. So that's all into the reason why automation is so important. So for that, I am gonna switch to my whiteboard. And let's see. And we should be up. Okay. Now, what is Ansible? Ansible is a system that allows you to automate tasks. Now, let's run through a normal scenario where you do not where you're not using Ansible, like where you have to manage servers or network devices like switches, routers, or specialized network equipment. So let's start with the setup. Ansible is equal to IT automation. It is absolutely vital when it comes to automation for Linux servers or Linux-based servers. Linux-based devices, it's all included. You can do all of that. So, now let's run to the scenario when we're talking about where we're not using Ansible, right? Well, in that case, let's say we have a nice workstation and we have to manage a server, right? In that case, what you would normally do is you would log into that server and then you would complete your tasks like changing config files, maybe reboot, etc. Now, that's all nice and well. And that's perfect when you have one device, two. But even when you're doing a home lab setup, your devices will grow over time in a home lab. Like you have multiple servers, virtual machines, all kinds of stuff. And professionally, you might have to manage not one, two, but 100 servers. And if you then would have to log in to each server independently, well, that can be a very, very time consuming task because we have our servers and then we log in to the second one, we complete our task, we reboot, we go to the third one, etc. And we continue and we keep working, and wasting time because we can do it far more efficiently. And that's where Ansible comes in. So what do you need? Well, Ansible, let's see if I can. Well, yeah, my nice writing pad. I don't want to remove everything. Hey, and there we have it. So here's the thing. With Ansible, you do not you can work from your own computer, of course. But the whole premise of Ansible is that, let's start here. You set up what's called a controller. And this controller is the main initiating part of your tasks. This is where everything is organized, where everything is being kept, where you keep your configuration, your changes, etc. This is the controller that controls everything. And what you do is instead of going to each server by hand, like what I showed earlier, what you do is you create a configuration where you're gonna say, I want you to do this, 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 and this. Okay, nice. So we got a controller, let's call that C, and we got our tasks. Now, and then we have here all our, we got all our nice little servers. And they can be virtual machines, any kind of Linux-based server will work. And I think I withdraw it wrong. But anyway, what the controller now can do, you only need to tell the controller, hey, I have these tasks, and I'm going to give the controller something else. I am going to give the controller an inventory, which is nothing more than a bullet list of all our servers here. Uh, so, so, to recap, we got a controller. It's easy to set up. Even your own laptop and your home computer will work, and your home network will work, right? We got a controller. We give it. We create a task that we want to do on multiple servers. Then we tell the controller, hey, here's the list of all the servers that I want you to modify. And then automatically, the controller will log in to each server and execute the changes for you. The best part is you can even tell the controller, hey, I actually want you to do everything at the same time, or one at a time, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and finally finish with this one. So this is the benefit of Ansible. You have one central place where you can start with your setup, and you can control multiple servers with it. Now, this is in a nutshell how Ansible works. And this can save you a lot of time. So what else do we have? Well, one of the benefits that you have when you're dealing with Ansible is it's very, very easy. And that is because it follows a very simple design flow. It's human readable configuration. So uh, it's human readable config. In something that's called YAML. You can look it up. I'm going to dive in that later in another video, but not right now. And the second part is Ansible has no client. So we have no client. Also, a lot of times it means no agent. A lot of management software requires you to, hey, install this server, Windows, etc. By the way, Ansible can be used on Windows too, for Windows servers. But I love the management software. It requires you to install this piece of software, a client or an agent, and then it connects to a central controller, or you can push to it, etc. Ansible doesn't require that. Ansible just requires you to be able to log in. Well, if it is Linux based, it means it logs in over SSH. The third part, as I said before, it pushes your changes. Well, when it comes to pushing changes, no need for a server. When you make this config, prepare it, you put it on your management controller, and you have to wait till every server in a certain interval goes to the controller, connects to it, downloads this new config, etc. No, you can simply push the config straight to the server, to your device. And one of the other things is it's Python based. Well, this has a small remark. I'm going to put a little asterisk in there. That means that when it comes to Linux-based devices, Python is almost always included by default in the initial installation. Most Linux servers cannot even run without Python being present. And that's how it works. It logs in over SSH and then uses Python to run its tasks. And when it's complete, it will log out, you're done. And finally, it's actually free. Not modern free, freeware or subscription based or trial for 30 days. No, it's open source. It's actually free. It was initially, it is designed and maintained by Red Hat, one of the big Linux distributions where you can get like also paid subscriptions for support, etc. Ansible, open source, completely free. And the best part of that is you can start with it anytime you want. No need to make accounts or to pull your credit card. You can just start with it, download it, and start with it. Which is pretty neat for an automation tool that is widely used in the IT industry. If you're going to go in any kind of job like DevOps, network administrator, or anything like that, be able to understand and to work with Ansible is an actual must. Even for software developers, having a grasp of basic Ansible to automate certain tasks, even when it comes to development, is absolutely, absolutely valuable in your career. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is that Ansible is how it works with its configuration. It's pretty simple. So first of all, you have YAML. That's the way the configuration is written down in the YAML format. But I'm gonna talk about a little bit how it's organized. So what does that mean? Well, Ansible uses something called playbooks. So let's see if I can find my mouse. There it is. So we got a playbook, and this playbook, it runs plays. It's comes straight from it's a basic sport analogy. it comes straight from sports. You have a playbook, and in the playbook are plays. So that's actually how it's organized. And we got to play. And in this play, we have tasks. And that can be very simple tasks. That can be things like, I want you to, let's say, create directory. I want you to then create a file. And I want you to edit this config. And then I want you to reboot. These tasks are almost literally as they're written out here, put here in the tasks. And that's it. And then you tell your controller, hey, run this playbook against these 5 servers. And earlier I mentioned things like inventory. That allows you to organize all of your servers. So say that you want to do, you have multiple servers, high availability. You want to make sure you don't shut down everything. Oh, I want to shut down and reboot this half of the servers. And then I'm gonna run it again and do the other half. So many options, but overall, learning Ansible is actually very important for your IT career, but also for your personal life when it comes to having a home lab or devices. Because in the end, let's switch back. So in the end, you want to save time because time is the most precious thing when it comes to your personal life. And if you run a home lab and you run servers at home, it can take a lot of time getting everything updated, everything in working order, making sure there are no problems, just even the standard maintenance. And that's where Ansible can save you so much time. Because say that you write a play for all of your virtual machines and servers in your house, including all your network devices or the computers of your children, your family members. The only thing you have to do, hey, make sure everything is turned on, go to your controller to your own laptop, update, click, and then get a coffee. And then after a while, you just have to check, hey, did everything went okay? Were all the changes applied correctly? And we're good. It can save you a lot of time instead of going through all those devices in a household by yourself. So this was my little short video about Ansible. I will make more videos about it, how to use it. I'm actually going to show you how to use it for my other series, how to build a supercomputer, how to flash multiple nodes with Ansible. Instead of doing it all by hand, one playbook. The playbook has a play flash node. It has all the tasks to flash a node on the Turing Pi. I just can use Ansible to run it against my Turing Pi and it will flash one node after another. And I get coffee. Don't have to do anything. So, on that remark, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below, like, subscribe, and I see you in the next video.